1, 2, 3, go.
Welcome back to another extended exclusive time with Charlie, Lim and PeiSians.
Hello.
Now, if you missed the episode last night, you can catch up on our podcast in the Camel Kakis app that is available in all app stores. Anyway, I'm going to take this opportunity to get to know Charlie and PeiSians a little bit better in a twist of speed questions. Well, not really speed questions, just more like questions. Let's go. So, PeiSians and Charlie, how long have you guys known each other?
Pretty much since 2017.
Yeah. Anyway, in this segment, we are going to test how well you guys know each other. You know, since you guys know more about each other through music making, but like, how well do you guys know each other?
Some things can't be said though.
Oh, I'm gonna make you say it. Okay. So the first question: a habit he does when in the studio.
I think he's quite obsessive, which is something I kind of really respect.
Okay.
So he'll always, keep on at it until he's happy, but he's never happy because it's like you can't release anything until the deadline, basically. It's like the deadline will force you to release a song, but it's never finished. That's where it is.
Oh.
I think that's amazing.
Okay, that's one of your habits. Is that true?
It's obsession.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what about PeiSians?
I'd say the same thing. I think with Pei, you want to get the execution right regardless of how long it took. Like, I know you had a long day, but you still came over and then we worked late to the night, and he just never gave up. He just wanted to get the right expression and feeling, and even to the point where I was like, actually, this is great already. Why do you still want to do another take? And then we even did a couple of recording sessions, and then we still went back with the original because we felt that was the most authentic.
I think ultimately we really went for emotional performance over so-called perfection. And it was a really tough call.
Yeah. Well, you have to exhaust every possibility and every permutation to know that the original is still the best option.
So both of them are perfectionists. Summarized for you. Very easy. Alright, second question. In another parallel universe, if he is not doing music, what would he be doing?
Muscle ups.
Physical trainer.
Oh man, I don't know how you do it. It's insane.
No, I'm pretty weak, but so I do a bit of calisthenics, on the side, and I do yoga as well, and that makes me feel happier, and it's good for mental health, and being strong and healthy is always good. It seeps into your normal life and your work and even music, and so I think you also feel the same way about boxing, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's helped my mental health a lot. Yeah, since I picked it up about 4 years ago.
4 years
now.
ago.
Yeah, so I've been training quite regularly. It's you can't really have an existential crisis when you're getting hit in the face. So yeah, it's been great.
Well, same thing with yoga. You're so uncomfortable in poses and stuff, and you're just I don't want to do this anymore. But what you're learning through that discomfort and sitting with it and facing it, that's what life is about. So that when you're faced with it in other situations, you're not reacting and panicking about it. You're just I'm here right now and I know how to deal with it.
Wait, so in another universe, you'll be a boxer?
No, probably not. I'm too weak to be a boxer.
I mean, you never know.
I enjoy it as a martial art and a sport. Yeah, but I'm definitely not. Yeah.
Okay, and you will be.
I think he'll be well, you're already doing it, right? You're writing stuff. You're a poet. You're a musician. You're a singer. He's got everything. But I think stuff that he writes, you're what? This guy suffers something bad in his life.
Wordsmith.
Let me just give you a hug, Yeah, wordsmith.
And you'll be a yoga master.
I think music for me is it's everything. I can't I always think if I were to live another life, would I still choose music? And I think I still would.
Okay, so in all universes, they will still be doing what they are doing.
Yeah.
Okay, sadly, this is my last question for you guys, okay? But I think this is the most fun question. What is his first impression of you?
I think we were so like nervous to like, you know, that we weren't good enough or something to like work. I was like worried that I was not good enough to work with him.
What? Really?
It's like
no way.
So I was more in my own world. Like
So
I'm a big fan, firstly, and then I'm not in the habit of creating stuff. So
Right.
so jamming with Charlie was like such a big deal for me, and I was so like worried I'm not in his lane, that he wouldn't understand me. So as a
That's so
first impression,
interesting.
I think that's what.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought about that you would think that way. It's so interesting. But also so cliche. It's like, it's such a human thing, right? We're just so... We're just insecure, right? Like human beings, we're all just so insecure, and we're just like trying to find... Yeah, like trying to grasp, like, hey, you want to try and make something work from this and see if it works out. I think, yeah, I don't know, I feel very like privileged and blessed to be able to get to work on this project with you, because I would have been terrified in any other circumstance, you know, to try this, but I'm glad it worked out.
There was actually a time I remember, this is like, I never told him, like he wrote to me like we should meet up and talk about a project. And I was so nervous to like meet him because I would be like, I was imagining I would just be like fanboying over him the whole time. So I just didn't kind of write back to you. Remember,
Really?
we didn't meet up, and then later you're like, I have a project.
Right.
So I was like, okay, this is the second time
So
he's
Charlie
reached
had to
out.
like double
No,
reach out
but
to you?
I reached out to him first. Of course, I reached out to him first when I first went to his concert. I was like, I met him and I was like, I really want to work with you. So, well, I always tell people this guy sings to me every day. You know, like I remember especially during 2020 when we were all stuck at home.
Yeah.
And he came up with this amazing song, Room at the Table. And everywhere was just like killing me. But it was like kind of healing me at the same time. So every day it would just be on repeat. And he's always like at the top of my Spotify Unwrapped list. Like, and I think you found that weird, like a classical musician would have, like, wouldn't have classical music at the top of their list, but actually it was him. So how can someone that sings to me every day, how can I work with him? You know, I have an intimate relationship with him. Everything I know about him now, like as a person, it isn't against what the music is. It's really who he is.
That's a relief, because sometimes you don't want to meet your heroes, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's such the person is so different from your impression of what you have of him or her or they. So it's like, I'm glad, I'm relieved that your impression and who I am is quite similar.
Nice.
But for me, I never had a doubt that, like, I mean, in my mind, you're just like this crazy virtuoso. And then when I recorded you playing cello, I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually recording this. Because the tone, like, I don't know if you've seen him play or heard him play, but it's just like, it's just out of this world.
Yeah, you guys did a beautiful song. What's that to worry?
Ah.
Alright, now I'm gonna give you each 5 seconds to give a shout out to promote whatever you want to the camera in the middle.
Hi. Listen to our song.
Yeah, Into Dreams.
Yeah, it's called Into Dreams. It's on all of like all digital streaming platforms.
His voice, it cries. I always say his voice cries, and his words cut. And it's like, ah.
And his cello is like a sunbeam that comes out of nowhere.
Now keep up with Charlie Lim on his socials at Where Was Charlie on Instagram and at Charlie Lim on Spotify, Facebook and YouTube. And keep up with PeiSians as well for his sun ray of cello music. That's Eastern Rockstar. Eastern Rockstar. I almost got it. It's German. I learned something new today. Thank you. On Instagram. Don't forget to give us a follow, like, and share at Music and Drama Company's social media platforms to support the amazing artists we have here in Singapore. I will see you this Sunday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Power 98 Love Songs. Say bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.